merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Have you lost money in your 401k and IRA and you're not sure what to do? Right now is the perfect time to protect your money from the potential volatility that I believe will continue and could possibly get worse. It's not just about the tariffs, folks. Protect your money and learn how we can replace some of those recent losses by money added to your account. Do the in-service rollover for your 401k. Call me at 800-440-0434. Go to mymoneysafe.com.
Brought to you by Prosperity Group Advisors, LLC.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Hyland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Hyland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Hyland today, 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Passionate about sports? Want to talk college, prep, or pros? It's time to enter the Sports Zone with Patrick Hyland. Call in. Tell Patrick how you see it. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Hyland.
All right, folks, welcome into the zone, the Sports Zone here on a Sunday morning. A little rainy here in Tampa Bay. Going to be a little cold this afternoon and tomorrow, but hey, we get about 330 days of beautiful weather here in Tampa Bay, so I'll take 35 rough ones anytime, any place. So God bless Tampa Bay. And we got to get our Bucks going, again. And the Rays, there'll be pitchers and catchers will be coming in town in probably about, I'd say about 3 weeks, man, if that. And we're going to see what happens with the Rays. New ownership. They're going to put money in the organization. They're going to make it happen. We're going to find out. And we'll take your calls at 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600.
Is the old one not, is the 813, that one's not working?
Nope. We
Okay.
toll free all over.
All right.
The world, country, the Florida, wonderful state of Florida, and we love it. Before we get started, though, heartfelt thanks to all our military out there, our police, firemen, teachers, first responders. They do such a great job, and they don't get paid enough. They don't get enough credit. And I wish we'd talk about the 99 good ones instead of always the one bad one. So that's what I'm hoping for in the future here with the just the economy getting better and the country getting better, and having the availability to do a great show and have fun with Cal Warren on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. He does a great show from 2 to 6. He also helps out filling in for Bill Bunkley. We all try to help out around here at AM 860 because that's what it's all about. Try to create a family atmosphere and a heartfelt feeling to help out your fellow man and each guy here at the station. So with that being said, I want to get started with The Rays. The new CEO says we're in more crisis than any other team. Now, my question to you is this, Scott. The LA Dodgers are spending money like it's water. Okay. That kills the credibility of Major League Baseball to me. We're going to be looking at a CBA agreement next year. With all this money flying around, I don't know how they're going to come to a resolution on all this. It's going to be really crazy. I mean, I just don't get it, man. We're spending $40 million a year on a guy who's an average, second baseman or shortstop. I mean, really? And you pay him for 4 years, $160 million. I don't get it. I don't care how great you are. Ohtani's bringing in, billions, all over the world. So, I guess that's a different story. But, pay him in advertising dollars. Do something, man. There's got to be a salary cap, doesn't there, Scott, to level the playing field?
I think there does.
Okay.
I really do. These guys are they're making a lot of money. The owners are making a lot of money, or they won't be doing it. Look at what the price of the teams have gone up to.
Yeah, man.
You can't touch a professional sports franchise for under $1 billion. I mean, you just can't. I don't hold a grudge to the players, to anything like that, but it is professional sports, as far as the big three, is unaffordable for a family of four to go to a game. It's a month. You figure you go to a Bucks game, you're spending $250 on tickets. You're spending $20 on parking. You're spending, if you just get 4 Cokes and 4 hot dogs, there goes another $40. You just spend almost $400 when I can sit on my couch and watch the same game.
Come on, man. Something's got to give, Scott. You're 100% right.
Nothing is going to give.
Well, here's the other thing too, Scott, because there's times where I believe there's a place for unions, and then I believe there's a place for, the owners. But now we have millionaires fighting with billionaires. I mean, I never thought I'd say that in my lifetime, Scott. I don't know about you, and is this going to turn enough people away with baseball to say, you know what? I've had enough, but I don't know. Everybody said that when Kaepernick took a knee. I'm not going to watch NFL anymore. We both know that's not the case.
Right.
So,
That's not going to happen. People are going to watch it. That's what they do. Trying to update all the new phone number.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks, buddy.
That's what they do. I mean, people will go, and a lot of people that are paying for those $10,000 seats and stuff. I'm not saying they're not fans, but you can see a lot of these celebrities and everything. They're paying the money to be seen.
Yeah.
And God bless them. They have it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, you never want to tell somebody how they can spend their money. I'll
Right,
be the first to
right.
say that. That's not cool. But for baseball, the way I equate it, Scott, it's real simple. You and I are going to play Monopoly today. You can't start out at 100,000 and I start out at 10,000 and expect that to really work out. If we play 10 games, I might get lucky with the dice, get lucky by multiplying, and then hopefully you and a few other guys land on the wrong spots.
Right.
But how often is that going to happen? And then on top of that, okay, when you talk about major sporting events, who wants to watch Jack Smith and Billy Bob, Jones, bat 275 and hit 20 home runs, and
275 gets you 20 million a year.
yeah, that is good, isn't it? Can you imagine back in our day, 275, boy, you better be hitting about 40 home runs, and you better have a lot of RBIs, and you better be fielding the ball. Okay. Not anymore, man.
So
It's terrible.
speaking of that,
Yes.
all right. So there's got to be a trade on the Rays.
Okay.
The Rays want to come over here. They want to be given, it looks like, that property over there at HCC.
Okay.
I have heard nothing about them buying it. All I've heard about is, here you go. Oh, look, they're building their own stadium. They're getting $1 billion worth of property.
Yeah. Come on.
The taxpayers are still paying.
Yes.
And I have no problem with asking, but let us decide. Don't make any backroom deals. Let's not, go behind the wizard's curtain, make a deal and come out and say, oh, look how great this is. We're not asking for any tax. Yeah, you are. We're already paying it. And you're giving it to them for free.
It's not transparent, is it?
No, no.
I thought that's what we're all striving for over the last 10 years. Were they real transparent up there in Minneapolis? This is how these things start.
No.
Can't find $8 billion. What?
No,
What?
no.
It went up in smoke? Come on, man. I mean, these things just baffle me. We can't have this. We're better than this.
Has our sports ever been transparent in this county? Really?
No, unfortunately,
Really?
it hasn't.
They
No, it's
really
not
haven't.
just this county, but
Well,
you're right.
it's all-
It'd be nice if it was the county you and I reside in.
Look, if the Rays want money from the taxpayers, then
Yeah.
put it on the ballot
Yes.
and let us decide. If we decide, then fine. But let's put it real. The Rays are going to want money. We're coming up on the Glazers wanting money with the stadium. Who knows what's coming with hockey?
Right.
And, we can't do it all.
No, it's just not fair.
I want someone to drive down 301 or drive down South Tampa, around South Tampa after a rain, and tell me as your car is getting beat to hell, your tires are getting beat to hell, tell me, is it more important for you to go watch a baseball game or get the infrastructure of this city fixed? We had the big celebration. Gee, guess what, folks? Now we're spending money to build a river walk on the other side of the river because the water looks so much different from one side or the other. It really,
Come on, man.
we
Sad.
have all the mayors that were instrumental in starting the river walk, and the river walk's great. But so now we need to have it on both sides where we can be spending that money to help everybody.
That's the problem.
It's just, and if you're going to give money to a sports team, require them to do something in return. You must have a certain number of tickets that are under $25. I don't care where you put them, but make it affordable because the same person that's paying taxes that is sitting in a $150 seat, they're paying taxes just like the other people.
Absolutely. What's worse than that, Scott, is 100 years ago, we didn't have the taxes that we have now. We still had sporting events. We still had teams. We still had teachers. We still had schools. We still had hospitals. We still had cars. What's going on, man? All I can think of is greed. It's a very sad state of affairs, to say the least. And I don't know, man. We have to stand up, we the people, and do something.
We're talking about building the this thing out by USF, this sports complex for out of town baseball games and everything. We don't have enough spaces for our own people that live here in Hillsborough County to play. And our Parks and Rec department says, oh, well, we should limit if they don't live in Hillsborough County, they shouldn't be playing. They should, a team should take Hillsborough County kids first and all that. Then why are we spending so much money on facilities that the local citizens are not allowed to use? But we want to bring in, Championship Park. We can't use it as local citizens.
I couldn't believe yesterday on a Saturday, Scott, driving by the old TBYFL fields, good old Skyway. Nobody was out there, man.
No.
It really broke my heart. I'm going, man, I don't care if it's soccer, man.
Because they don't want them there. They don't want them there. These are public fields. They only want people there that are paying. When I was there, if there was no event, I would make it known to the surrounding neighborhoods that the fields are open and come on out. And those are your fields. This stuff about, well, you don't have a reservation or you haven't paid. Excuse me, it's public property. Now, I understand if a school or a league is having a game and all that.
Sure, it's
fine.
different.
But if the fields are empty and someone wants to go out there with 4 or 5 kids, I'm tired of hearing, oh, did you get permission? Oh, you can't take pictures without permission. Yes, you can. Those are policies, and they're policies that suck. And the average person that lives here doesn't understand, just because someone that's wearing an official shirt or a badge tells you you can't be on that field. That's not law. That is their policy, which they could shove up their
Where the sun don't
file
shine.
cabinet.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You know, so I tell you, it just baffles me. Well, and see, and what this causes and promotes, you think you can talk that way to any officer, and that's not good either. You know, the best thing you can do. I have a few friends who love to protest, Scott. Okay, but guess what? As soon as the cop said you're under arrest, right, hands behind the back, go ahead, because they know going in that they are crossing a line.
Well, and I feel bad for the average Joe worker that works for, say, Parks and Rec.
Yes,
That is
I do too.
That goes around and checks the fields and runs some of the complexes. It's not only that, it's not safe walking up on a dad with kids or whatever and telling them, you have to get off this field. Why? Why do I have to get off this field? And the truth is, these poor people working down level for Parks and Rec, they have no leverage. They have none. And the county knows it, but they still want to send them in the hopes that these people will say, oh, okay, you're right. No, it's not fair to the worker, and it's not fair to the people.
Why do we always have to go through 3 or 4 steps to get to the bottom line truth? Because some people just want to be cute.
Because everyththing's about money.
Well, that's part of it. No doubt.
Everything's about money.
Speaking about money, we got to make a couple dollars. We're going to take a quick break here on AM 860 The Answer. Tampa Bay, baby. The Sports Zone coming at you live. We'll catch you in just 2 minutes. Hi, folks. You've heard about Opportunity Knocks. Better answer the door. Well, guess what? There's a new meat market right across from Armwood High School called Opportunity Knocks. Taking care of everybody out there when it comes to restaurants with their food. Well, guess what? Now you get restaurant quality right at Opportunity Knocks across from Armwood High School. You won't go wrong. Football season, we're right in the meat of it, pun intended, and you can't beat it. Grilling it, frying it, however you want to do it, we'll make it happen at Opportunity Knocks. Next to Martha's Restaurant.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Highland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Highland today. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right, I'm going to have Scott send it back to you guys.
Well, we just want to run.
That's all, folks.
I've been working on my English this week. I'm not doing so well.
Spanglish.
I wish it was. At least it'd be understandable.
Exactly.
But, folks, our new YouTube channel at Sports Zone Tampa.
Okay.
At Sports Zone Tampa. If you enjoy listening to us and you want to see what we look like, it might be short-lived because it's not pretty.
No, not like we used to be, man. Age
no.
is not a friend, is it,
No,
Scott?
I mean, you're really gone, Patrick. But,
well,
I mean,
but hey, man, I'm trying, brother.
Yeah, but tune in on YouTube at Sports Zone Tampa. That's at Sports Zone Tampa. And you can get a glimpse of us and then know what you're not looking for in a man. So,
well, that's why we're taking, I guess. We got lucky, huh?
Well, thank God my wife has bad eyesight.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Tolerates a lot.
Yeah, she can't understand why I always want to keep a blindfold on her, but
Well,
that's all right.
Just for fun. That's all, Just don't say, Scott, I messed up today. I said, Nancy, you know why women have shorter feet than men?
Oh,
I didn't mean to. It just came out.
yeah, okay.
Well, it keeps them closer to the sink, God dang. I didn't mean anything by it. I just was talking. I tell you, man, you can't say anything anymore, Scott. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
I mean,
and we wonder why at Patrick's house, they are so into the Dick Van Dyke Show. So he sleeps in his bed and she sleeps in hers.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
There you go.
The Dick Van Dyke Show. Well, at least I appreciate you not calling us the Brady Bunch.
Well, that's
me sleeping with Florence Henderson like he did, or me sleeping with Nancy. That would be a little funny.
I don't know.
That was an oxymoron of all time.
I don't know if this is a good segue.
Yes, let's give it a shot.
Transition, but speaking of Dick's,
right? Sporting goods, right?
Yeah, right. The names.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the referees in the Bills game.
Oh, they look good. They did a heck of a job. What would have happened if it was in Denver, if it was in Buffalo, which maybe it wouldn't have been so bad because the home cooking, but if it was in Buffalo, you know what the organist would have played, right? The Three Blind Mice.
There you go.
Okay, that would have went over real well. I
understand. If you're going to use instant replay, use it. If you're only going to selectively use it, get rid of it.
Well, isn't that funny how that works? It's amazing, isn't it? What about with baseball? Again,
was it interference in overtime?
I would say, to me personally, here's how I viewed all that. The first one, yes, because the guy never turned his head around. Okay. And he hit the guy's head before he got the ball. No, I'm not going to let you get away with that. Here's the fine thing that people aren't talking about. On the second one, Mims did a really nice Michael Irvin about 20 yards downfield and pushed off. That's why he got a 5-yard cushion. So the guy had to do what he had to do to make up for it. And he got desperate and did what he had to do. It should have been a no call. They both interfered or offsetting.
Whatever. At that point in the game, you want to say the final 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But when we're sitting here in the middle of the game and a quarterback throws the ball, the white hat has one responsibility. Watch the quarterback and watch the ball. Why is it that we have to deal with 5 minutes of discussing, was it intentional grounding or not? You're the white hat. Either throw the flag or don't. Why do we have to get together, talk about it, and then the flag comes out? And if we are going to do that, then you should be able to review any play. You should, especially in the final 2 minutes.
Well, you know what happened, Scott? And I know why they did it, to protect the quarterbacks, the $1 million guys. As soon as you roll out 4 yards to your right or 4 yards to your left, intentional groundings left the building. Is that a good thing? No, I think they should have put some sort of penalty in place to say you threw the ball away and it's not Now they stop the clock by spiking it. So I'm not going to obviously call intentional grounding for that. That's just the way they try to speed up the game and make it exciting. I get that. But when you just throw the ball out of bounds because you were 4 yards to the right of the guard or the left guard, come on. There should be like at least a 5-yard penalty. There should be some ramifications for the defense putting pressure on you.
And there was a rule last week that I wasn't even aware of. If the quarterback does a flea flicker and then the guy gives it back to the court, hands it off, then the guy throws it back to the quarterback, all bets are off.
Correct.
No, he's none of those rules apply.
No. Because I don't know if he's going to throw or not.
Yeah,
I can't assume. I got to go drill him. But that's another good point. When a lot of penalties weren't called, though, on Denver, too. People don't want to say that because if you're a Buffalo Bill fan, they nailed us. In Denver, we won, so we're not going to talk about it. I think, personally, I'd like to look at the film some more. When, at the end of the game, he took the snap and ran to the middle of the field and needed. He took a cheap shot when he did that. I'm thinking that's when his ankle popped. They're saying it's when he swept around left end trying to pick up a 1st and 10. And I didn't see that big of a hit.
See, I didn't see that play because I had to go do something. But so you're telling me he took a snap, ran backwards?
He ran to the side. Yeah, he ran to the side and took a knee.
How far?
Oh, about 3 yards.
I think either take a knee or don't.
Well, he's trying to get in the middle of the field. I get it. For the kicker. That's why that.
Well, but you still don't take a knee if you're running the ball.
You probably should have handed it off to the running back, but you don't want to risk a fumble there either, Scott.
But don't take a knee.
You give yourself up, Scott. You give yourself up. That's the rule. Don't touch me.
Once
if I need
slide running the ball behind the line, it is not a pass. He is no longer a quarterback. Why?
Because I gave myself up. That's the rule.
That's my point.
You don't like it.
No, because you don't know if he's running 3 yards to take a knee or 3 yards to, and we've seen it happen, or is he running 3 yards to pretend he's taking a knee and then throwing the ball?
You get in trouble for that now. They won't allow that anymore. Thank God.
Just play football, guys.
I know. Well, they keep, but we both keep, I would say 98 out of 100 times, Scott, there's always 2 where I'd go, I can't really tell when it's a cheap shot or a guy couldn't stop his momentum.
I just want to know what company is going to come out with the official maxi pad of quarterbacks of the NFL.
Well, that would be a little too much, but I could see maybe Vera Wang skirts, as Jack Lambert said. That could work. We just put skirts on them. Brought to you by Vera Wang, your place to get your wedding dress.
Now, on the positive side,
yes,
I am very excited that we are not seeing the Bills anymore. I'm very excited we are not seeing. No, I'm serious. Think of what.
So it's not the Bills and KC. It's a new team.
It's not KC. It's not Philadelphia. It's not. I feel bad for Denver. I really do because I really like Denver. I really like that team.
We're going to see if this kid Stedman can find a way to be the Nick Foles.
No one's even heard of this guy. So hopefully.
He's all right.
But the good thing about it, and we've always said it, when a team plays a backup quarterback the first game, they don't know how to prepare for him. It's very difficult.
And the team's going to rally around him, just like they did Kurt Warner, just like they did Nick Foles.
But I'm glad there's no.
And you have Sean Payton coaching them. That's not half bad.
Yeah. And I'm glad there's no Ravens. There's no Bills. There's no Chiefs.
We have some new life. Yeah,
it's fun. The
Houston
Bears.
Texans.
The Bears.
Yeah, they have been there forever.
I mean, the ghost of Ken has got this team on his back. I mean, isn't that funny how it works?
Yeah, it's going to be freaking 5 degrees today when I play probably.
At the 1985 Super Bowl.
That's right, because you were in Tulane. Right.
My dad was from Chicago, born and raised there when they moved to Tampa, and he was like a little kid in the candy store. When the Bears won that Super Bowl, he'd been waiting for that. And
what's funny, if you think about it, it really could be a New England Bears. But the way Seattle's playing, that's going to be scary. They look so good, Scott. They're just – the Rams are good, man. Pardon me, San Francisco's
I wonder if
not
any
that
of
bad.
our guests, younger guests, without Google, can you call in and tell us? AJ said he'll buy you a pizza. If Call in and tell us who the quarterbacks were
Oh, that's a good
for
question.
the 1985 Super Bowl that started. Now, the one will be easy. I think people might have a little problem with New England.
Well, you have to be. You said start, so we'll
I
go.
know what I said.
we'll-
That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the funny thing. To give the people a hint, there really were two cats that played quarterback that game, and it didn't obviously work
For
out
New England.
For New England, yeah, there was only one, and I'll give you guys a hint. He was the first guy to wear a headband that got in trouble. So that's pretty good hints, right? I mean,
Well, you know, when you wear a headband in the school that says a teacher sucks, you're going to get in trouble.
you think?
You know, so,
Well, why? Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech.
I'm with you.
I love it.
That was a great season all the way around. When your Dolphins,
Yeah,
the
upset
one
'em.
team that beat the Bears on Monday Night Football.
You talk about the ghost of Ken.
Oh yeah,
There had to be the ghost of the Dolphins because
Yeah.
tip balls that Marinos.
I
was
remember
throwing-
where I was for that. I was at CJ's in Gainesville eating wings. I was not drinking beer. I was not.
We're having nice ice cold water. Good job.
Absolutely.
Proud of you. man.
Absolutely.
Proud of you.
Yes, my mom and dad were paying money to go to school, so I
So-
was not drinking beer.
And why were you in Gainesville instead of New Orleans?
Because I was done in New Orleans. My fiance at the time was in Gainesville, and I convinced my dad that I should probably go to Gainesville and take a class or two to help, you know, with my sports management
There you go.
education. And I didn't go to class. I didn't sign up for class.
I had a lot of friends. I heard up in Gainesville that they had a special class, mastering in Budweiser. But for some reason, you didn't get school credit
I
for it,
will
and it would
say-
flunk you out. It was
I
amazing
will
how that
say,
worked.
But the second semester, I did sign up for a class. I took dance.
Nice, nice. You're a little too old to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer cheerleader, but you'd look really cute back in the day.
I took dance. I got in and we practiced. We had our class in the gym, and it always happened to be when they were having volleyball practice. So I was okay with that.
You were all right with
Yeah,
that.
no,
Okay.
that was okay.
That was okay. Good job. Good job.
So who are we picking today in the NFL?
I can't see the Patriots losing to the Texans, but you know, the Texans defense is scary, man.
It really is.
The weather's not going to be great up there, but it's not going to be as terrible for the Rams going to Chicago. Isn't it funny? Okay, you joke with me all the time about the dome scenario. Okay. Now, here's what doesn't make
AJ,
sense.
he thinks I'm joking. That's the funny thing. He
Okay,
thinks
you
I'm-
like busting my chops
Okay, go
about it.
ahead.
Tell me how this makes sense, Scott. We're gonna let you play Tulane attorney, okay, and judge and jury and prosecuting attorney. So I'm three
You
against one
realize
here.
all my classes at Tulane were in the field house, if that tells you anything.
Well, but you're a pretty good
All
Philadelphia
right, go
lawyer
ahead.
once in a
Go
while. So I'm gonna see if I can win you over.
Go ahead.
Most of the games, 17. Can we agree 15 out of the 17 games are in decent weather, either in a dome or the weather's not terrible outside. And those games mean something because you got to get into the playoffs. Then we get into the playoffs, and the most important games, Judge Levinson, they're decided by the weather. How can that be acceptable and understandable? To me, that is a foolish situation.
I am a firm believer that for a team to win a championship in a major sport, they have to be able to win no matter where, what, how, when, or why. Whether it be on a turf field, a grass field, in a dome, not in a dome. I just believe that you are, if you are that team, then you're that team. I don't want to hear, the Rams back in the day, the greatest show on turf. Aren't we then saying, yes, they won the Super Bowl, but if they didn't play most of their games on turf, would they have won the Super Bowl? That's what I don't like. I want it to be.
Oh,
a
there's
complete
an
team.
argument to be had for that, but that's your home field advantage. The weather didn't dictate it. Some teams are better on turf than grass, and that's another great point you make. And with the billions of dollars for these organizations and the billions of dollars for the stadium, Scott, Arizona does it right. I don't care what anybody says. They bring in the natural turf, and let's go. And then they cover the place up, so you're not playing in 115-degree weather when it's
Well,
hot.
not only
And
that,
then in the
but
wintertime, they'll open it up or
It-
keep it closed. It's great.
even in a dome, are you telling me there is not lighting? And I, by no means, am smart enough to know this, but isn't there some kind of lighting, something in a dome that could keep real grass alive?
I
don't.
hear your point. Yeah, it's interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. The way they do it's fine. Just keep it underground and pop it up like they do with the ice, back in the day, at sporting events. Look,
Or make the whole dome glass. That would scare me. That would scare me as a fan. It really would.
That's funny.
I mean, but
plexiglass then. No, it could be interesting how that goes. But
so the
I-
Bears are at home.
yeah, against the Rams. And guess who has the better record? The Rams. There's another thing we talk about that needs to get fixed.
So what's the spread for those that are venturing into the
investment world of
investment
football?
world?
We're looking at the Rams are favored by 3.5 on the road in Chicago. I don't see it, but who knows?
I after last week, I would take Chicago in that game.
I
I
agree.
really would.
I think they're going to win the game outright. We'll see. I like the Rams too, though, but I just think the Bears are going to. I think the weather is going to play a little bit of significance here. And
What's the weather expected to be?
it'll probably be about 18 degrees at kickoff, and then they get in the second half. We're looking at 10 degrees because it's going to be 5:30 out there when they kick it off. So, 7:30 halftime. So it's going to be, and as we all know,
I love these guys that it's 10 degrees out there. It's 5 degrees and they're out there. They don't wear long sleeves. They just wear and I'm thinking, why?
I think it's a psychological thing.
I
for
do
your
too.
For your
I
mind.
think they're very psychologically challenged.
Well, or they're just they're faking their own mind and their body. It's not that cold.
I'm
not going
tough.
to give in.
I'm tough. I'm not.
There's a
right.
little bit of that, but I don't think that's the majority of it. You're used to not playing with that too, Scott. So am I going to weather it without? Yeah, let's go. I don't know if I would wear underneath stuff. Now when this was the silliest thing of all time. This was one of the greatest games of all time when the San Diego Chargers went to Miami, took the big lead. Miami came back. They went into, 2 overtime.
Was that the Tony Nathan flicker game? Or
Yes,
no?
yes,
Right
absolutely.
at halftime.
Yes.
Where they did the
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty or the flicker,
Hook and ladder.
hook and ladder.
Yeah. And now that was done yesterday too.
I missed it. I saw the replay,
Yeah,
but
it was pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Smart. It was very good play call. I mean, these offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators, you got to give them credit, man. There is something to be said about good play calling.
They've been playing. It always worries me when I go to an NFL facility like the Bucks and you walk into the OC's office and he's got the Madden 2025 game on his desk and it plays.
Hey, man, you can learn from everything, man. Don't knock it. I'll say.
All right. So who you're taking who?
I'm taking the Bears, man, and
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Patriots. So we're gonna have the Patriots going to Denver and see who wins that one, and then you're gonna have the Bears having to go to Seattle. So that's my predictions. We'll see if I'm right. Should be some good
I
games.
just love the teams in it. I do.
It's
they're
nice to have a little difference.
It really is.
The Rams have been there recently, so that's not a real long one. But we haven't seen the Patriots in a lot of years, Texans for forever to this level. And the Rams won it a few years ago. And like we talked about, the Bears, 85 when they won it all. This is their best shot to get back.
They've been back one time since with Rex Grossman.
I agree with you. I feel sorry for Buffalo's fans, though, and Josh Allen. It's just, I think they had their window a couple years ago. And if they could have got past KC, I think they would have finally won a Super Bowl. But Obviously, that wasn't meant to be. They're going to have to bring in some weapons for Josh Allen. He can't do it all on his own. You can't, in the NFL now, you can't go by with, he's adequate. No, adequate's not going to get you anywhere. It might get you to the playoffs, but you have to have at least one elite wide receiver that's a top 10 wide receiver. Then the next cat better be a top 20. The tight end better be around the top 12, and you better have a running back or two in the top 10. Now you got something. But you go, well, he's the 16th receiver. He's the 16th tight end. Good luck, man. You might make the playoffs if you got a great defense. But look, Houston's going to I'm curious to how well their defense can take on the Patriots. And the Patriots don't have all the weapons in the world either.
No. But it is exciting seeing these games. And speaking of the coaching and everything, another segue on that is, so the Bucs have said Todd Bowles is our man.
Well, they did.
Tomlin, I know, says he wants to take a year off.
Yeah.
But would you have done everything in your power to see if you could get him here? I don't care if you already committed to Bowles or not.
Yeah, that's what's surprising to me. If I could get Tomlin here, if I could have gotten Harbaugh here.
You could have. We weren't willing to give up our GM.
Okay. Well, Jason,
he still hasn't signed with the Giants yet, has he?
Yeah.
They're still arguing. I thought there's a big argument over,
No, they signed the other day. Yeah, no, they're hashing out, but he's going to.
Monken.
Yeah, Todd followed him there.
But that's where the holdup is right now. And my question is something with his contract. If they don't sign him, what does Harbaugh do if they can't lock him in?
Yeah. Well, what do you think about that, Scott? And audience, we'll take your calls at 877-969-8800. Yumika's over there producing the show, rocking and rolling for us. She'll take your calls. AJ's helping us out on the YouTube. AJ, thanks for everything.
Joshua's probably on the third hole right now.
Yeah, don't hit it in the water, kid.
I keep telling him his problem. He's getting better.
Yeah.
But when I watch him play, I think his biggest problem is his feet are too close to the ball after he hits it.
Well, that can make a difference. You do need to have a little distance in that, kid. We're going to take a quick time out here on AM 860 The Answer. We'll catch you back here in just 2 minutes at 877-969-8600.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Highland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Highland today. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Hi, folks. You've heard about Opportunity Knocks. Better answer the door. Well, guess what? There's a new meat market right across from Armwood High School called Opportunity Knocks, taking care of everybody out there when it comes to restaurants with their food. Well, guess what? Now you get restaurant quality right at Opportunity Knocks across from Armwood High School. You won't go wrong. It's football season. We're right in the meat of it, pun intended. And you can't beat it. Grilling it, frying it, however you want to do it, we'll make it happen at Opportunity Knocks, next to Martha's Restaurant.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right, folks, thanks for hanging in there with us here on AM 860, The Answer, the Sports Zone. Scott and I coming at you live, having a good time. Who do you like? You asked me, Scott. Do you think the Patriots are going to pull it off or the Texans?
I think that defense is stifling. I really do. And when you get to this point in the season, in the playoff run, I'm going with that defense.
A lot of people feel the way you do. The Patriots are favored by 3 because it's in New England, but they think the Texans defense can stop Drake May and Henderson and everybody else.
I'm not a betting man, as you know, and I don't understand all the ins and outs of betting, but I feel strongly about this game that I would just take a straight up, forget the points, give me that. I guess I would win more money because I'm not taking the points.
Yeah, you'd win. For every $100, you'd get $125.
Right. So I would take the Texans straight up, forget the 3 points. I just think their defense is that good.
Okay, what about the Rams going to Chicago?
There are certain seasons that are just, in my mind, blessed seasons. I think Chicago's having one of those seasons. I don't want to call it a bunch of no names, but I would challenge the average football fan to name me 8 guys on their starting offense or defense.
They couldn't do it. I would think of probably Williams because USC and the Heisman, and DeAndre Swift being bounced around, but a great running back.
Name me their
the tight end because he's from up there.
Right. But name me their starting defensive line.
Yeah, tough. They got some no names on defense, brother.
Right.
That's for sure. But they play as a unit like nobody's business.
This defense reminds me a lot of the no-name defense. The Dolphins.
No question about it.
No one is just that great.
No,
but they are that great together.
Yes.
And it's just
they attack the ball, man. And so do the Texans. And wow, it's going to be a lot of fun today. A little surprised and disappointed in last night's game. I mean, we saw the good news is we did get one great one. I'm telling you, that's going to be an all-time classic, that Denver game in Buffalo. But that Seattle Ram game, was that nauseating, 41-6. We talk about the wonderful kickoff that you and I both agree on we can't stand. And what do? The guy returns the opening kickoff 95 yards the distance. What a joke. I knew as soon as that happened, I said, this game's over. I knew it. Sometimes you can tell these things, like Scott. Sometimes the momentum is something. And the Rams, San Fran is not a good comeback team, and neither is the Rams. If the Bears can get up on the Rams, they're going to have a tough time. Stafford now is not terrible, but it's tough, man, especially away from your own home park. And again, if the Texans can get on the Patriots and raffle, Drake May, we'll see what happens. Well, let's get to the game tomorrow night, my man. We have the Indiana Hoosier Daddy going to Miami Gardens to take on the Miami Hurricanes in the championship game.
First of all, what are the odds, and maybe AJ could look it up, or what are the odds that if Miami wins, there's riots in the streets? Not riots, but
it'll be crazy. But I don't think all the times the Hurricanes have won the national championship, or the Dolphins back in the day.
Well, the last time the Hurricanes won it, there was a bunch of stuff in the streets. And I'm being facetious now, but I never understood that.
No.
Why do we go out in the streets of our own hometown when we just won a championship and tip cars over?
Yeah, burn police cars.
Burn any car.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't get it.
Makes no sense.
And I also think, you know what? Let's not line the police all around the field. If the fans want to come out on the field and celebrate, I mean, you want to stop them from around the goalpost and things like that, but let them come on the field. What are they hurting? What are they
It's
hurting?
dangerous, Scott. You get that many people out there, it can get dangerous, man. I mean,
You got that many people sitting in the stands that they could all roll down the steps on. I mean, it can't be any more dangerous. I mean, but why? I don't know. I just let them have fun.
yeah,
Make it an organized fun, but let them have fun.
yeah.
But do I think Miami, Indiana, what's the
Indiana's favored by 8.5.
I will take Miami.
Really? You think you're going to keep it close?
Absolutely.
Oh man. Okay. I hope it's a great game tomorrow. I hope it's not what Indiana, last week, 15-20. I mean, they owned Oregon.
Anyone that says there's home field advantage in this type of game, I disagree with.
There's a little bit.
I mean,
not the same.
You're going to have the same amount, if not more, Indiana fans there as you will Miami fans. Everyone gets the same tickets.
It's going to be interesting.
Now, what I think happens in a game like this is Indiana gets their ticket. Miami gets their ticket. If I'm a Miami fan, I'm making a whole lot of money on my tickets and watching it from my couch.
I agree with you. So, well, we have about 5 minutes left. Robbie's on the line. Robbie, good morning. What's on your mind today?
Good morning. I was wondering what you guys think about Bo Nix being out for the season, and also Major League Baseball, Bo Bichette going to the New York Mets, and Kyle Tucker going to the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Now, Robbie, do I owe you a pizza? I forgot what we bet on last week. I honestly, we might have to look at that. I think I actually owe Robbie a pizza.
Okay.
I forgot who I
You
picked.
do.
I think I do. Is there any way, AJ, that he could give her the address? I think I do owe you, and we'll get it. And during the show next week, Robbie, I'm going to send you that pizza, and you got to call in and tell us how good it is.
There you go. That's a
Okay.
fair deal.
So don't hang up.
Yeah.
We're going to have her
Yumiko
get your
will-
address.
Yep. Yumiko will hook you up.
So we could get and Robbie, it's good to hear you back. It really is, man. You got us through that
Thank
whole
you.
COVID thing with your badminton
Yep.
reports and your shuffles, and
It was fun, dude.
good, but I'm glad you're back.
Get
and
your
you're
health right,
doing
my
well.
man. That's
It's
the
good.
key.
Yep, I will.
You
Thank
are
you,
as
Patrick.
much a staple of this show as we all are, Robbie, and I'm glad you're back.
There you go.
All right. Thank you.
All right, brother. God bless you, Robbie. Take care.
All right, hang on the
You
phone.
too. God bless.
Okay, man. No, the Bo Nix thing, I do want to see if it happened on they said the next to last play. The next to last play to me is the field goal. And they kept showing the run. It happened when he took the knee. If that's what I'm saying, that's the last play. Or
Was
they're
this
not counting
another
as a play.
Grammatica jumping up in the air injury?
No. Bo Nix just went to the center of the field like
I
we
know,
talked about.
but what I'm saying,
No,
just
he
say-
got. I think he went to take that knee, and a guy cheap shotted him, and went before he can take the knee. You're in that kind of weird, vulnerable position, and boom, it cracked the bone in his ankle. I'm telling you, I can't. I hope they'll show it.
they throw a flag.
No, it was cheap, man, and it's like you said, you want to see what's going to happen there, but we're going to see if Stedman can make it happen. And yeah, it's like we were talking about earlier on the show. Bo Bichette goes to the Mets. I don't know if he's going to play short or second, but he's getting like $40 million a year. And I like Bo Bichette. His dad was awesome, Dante. But this is a lot of
Nuts.
bread.
I can't.
And Cal
fathom that.
Tucker from playing high school now, he's going to go to the Dodgers and play right field
I
for $240 million. God bless the kid. I mean, it's just
They did a thing I saw in the paper on something about how much money did what's his name make with the Rams quarterback. Now, of course, I'm drawing a blank. Stafford.
okay.
He signed a $47 million a year contract, and they were talking about, well, when you take away taxes, luxury taxes, all that, he only netted 19.7 million. Only.
That's
Only.
But we both agree that's a bunch of nonsense too. You shouldn't be taxed that much, period. If you can make the money, God bless you. There's too much upfront tax when you're purchasing things, tax after you buy something, tax. It just got to stop.
You
man.
would think places like Jacksonville, Miami, and the Bucks would have an advantage in every
Yes.
contract. I mean, not a huge advantage.
A huge, man.
Yeah.
Eliminate that state tax. That's a lot of bread, man. Now, we appreciate everybody tuning in and checking us out here. We always have fun, Scott and I. Josh, we missed you, but, hey, you wanted to weather the storm and play some golf. He thought he was at the British Open.
He's
God bless him. He's a good kid, man. We had fun at the track together. He's just a good young man.
What track did y'all go to?
Tampa Bay Downs.
Not that I got invited. Did you get invited, AJ? AJ didn't get invited either.
Next time.
Yeah.
You guys aren't gamblers, but maybe you'll have a beer with us and just watch and enjoy how
No,
they
but
run.
I like to see other people spend money.
There you go. Okay. Nothing
all
wrong with
right.
that. That's fun.
Oh.
I think you'd like
my actually growing up, my mom and dad owned a racehorse.
There you go.
And
They're fun to just watch. You don't have to bet every boat race.
This one was not. We had to draw a circle around it to see if it was moving.
Well, so what you're saying is after he checked out, he went to the glue factory.
He checked out during the races.
Okay.
I mean, it was just like we timed him with a calendar.
I wonder if his meat was tender. You're the meat guy, baby.
It had to be something because God knows it couldn't run.
Oh, my. I got one for you, Scott.
Hit me.
I could beat a horse in a 100-yard race. Can you believe that?
Now
Yeah, now.
or back in the day?
Now.
No.
Just one caveat. 50 yards straight, 50 yards back.
Okay.
There you
that's-
go. You like that?
Yeah, that's fair.
Real creative, huh? Got to be smart, baby, because they can't stop.
There you go.
God bless you, Tampa Bay. Do a random act of kindness for your fellow man.
Peace and respect, Tampa.
Oh, we're going to be so late for the concert at Tampa.